Welcome to U-Talk. I'm Paige Turner, school counselor at Noble Middle School. Our show is all about the middle school student. We discuss social media, relationships, bullying, academics, stress, and so much more. Joining us each month is a dynamic and engaging panel of middle school students ready to discuss the issues and tackle the tough questions. We kick off our show with some Q&A featuring questions on a variety of topics from middle schools throughout the school system that our panel of students are ready to answer. No question or topic is too difficult. Okay, panelists, let's tackle the first question. So it says, I have a best friend that I love like a sister. I want to keep her as a friend, but she lies a lot. I want to confront her, but I don't want to come off as mean. She continually tries to one-up me and brags about bad things like being depressed and talks about suicide like it's a good thing. I also think she's lying about something serious. How do I confront her politely?
At this point, there's no point in doing it politely, honestly.
Yeah.
You're always supposed to be polite, but at that point, with the situation that's going on, there's no way to be polite about it. You gotta lay the facts bare.
You think?
If she doesn't respond in the right way, then just cut the tie. It's not going to end up well.
So you don't think that maybe coming in a more gentler approach would maybe soften it up and you guys could have a conversation?
I mean, it's possible like that, yeah. But I mean, if it's gotten that serious, I don't think that there's much that can be done at that point.
Yeah. Well, I think the part that you're definitely honing in on is the things that this person says that she's bragging about, like being depressed and suicide, which is nothing to take lightly and nothing to
lies.
Yeah.
You should definitely tell a counselor.
So get an adult involved. It sounds like, yes.
Yeah, because you need to talk to it because that's not funny or anything. That's so serious.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk about suicide like it's a joke.
Right. Well, and I think that those are definitely heavy topics, and more than what you guys as middle school students, should have to handle or should have to kind of deal with on your own. So I definitely agree getting an adult involved. And even as a counselor, a lot of times I'll have maybe a student who is concerned that maybe still wants to talk to their friend but doesn't want to do it by themselves because they think that it could turn out bad, but having a counselor or an adult there could help mediate the situation,
Yeah,
so that's always
a plan, to help is good, stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ben is definitely confront, don't be nice about it, just kind of put it out there. Does everybody agree with that? Or do you think?
I mean, you can still be nice about it, but don't hold anything back.
Right. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you're not tiptoeing around the issue because it's pretty serious what the concern is. Yeah, I get that. All right, let's get to the next question. There are a lot of kids in my class that ask around for answers to homework so they can copy it. Our class has a group chat and there doesn't seem to be a day that goes by without someone asking for people to share their homework. It is one thing if we could work in groups or with a partner to complete the work, but I don't feel comfortable giving someone my homework that I worked hard on. It is starting to get a bit out of control and I'm not sure what to do about it. Is this something that you guys have experienced?
Not personally, but because I'm pretty sure my class has a group chat, but I mean, I've seen it happen to a couple of friends. I've seen a couple of friends in a group chat, and it does end up being like that a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, since you guys have kind of personally experienced this, what bothers you, or what do you feel like that you could do to help this person in that situation? Or what do you guys do?
One feature that I know is if you don't want to see the notifications for the group chat, there's a certain setting, and if you're using an iPhone, there's a certain setting in the Messages app where you can hide the notifications of the group chat, so you won't be seeing all the messages.
But is it true once somebody adds you into a group chat, you can't get yourself out of it?
You can leave. They can keep inviting you back, but there's an option to leave in the same sort of settings menu.
Okay.
And if you don't want to see the notifications, you on the group chat, you go there, and then it has this silence, and you can you don't get the messages for it.
Got it. So I kind of see two issues here. One, this student is constantly bombarded with this stuff that they're not comfortable with, so you guys are definitely addressing that. Leave the group chat, turn off the notifications, whatever you need to do. the other issue is the fact that there seems to be kind of a lot of cheating going on. And you guys are like, yeah, that happens. So
It's just people being lazy. They don't
right.
either. Well, I mean, because there's like the one or two times where it's genuine. Like they had a really crazy, like they had like maybe back-to-back practices, or they had like a really long something that absolutely had to be done if they were like an activity or whatnot. And I mean, if it's one time, I get that, but like every night, people just constantly being lazy and not wanting to do it.
Right.
That's the point where it needs to stop.
Right. So what would you guys do if you were in this person's situation and you felt really uncomfortable with the cheating part of it?
I guess you can make it like a study group. Like if you ask, like, do you want to make like a study group to help like the person?
So that you're doing it together maybe
Yeah.
and not just handing over what you've done.
There's always the leave the group chat option. I mean,
Yeah.
I get not wanting to be in conversation with all of your friends at the same spot, but there isn't. I mean, sometimes there just isn't a way to balance both options.
I mean, I don't want to put you guys on the spot, but do you ever have people ask you for your work and do you give it to them?
Yeah.
Once or twice, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't, because I just don't feel good about like them like giving the answers, and then if the teacher finds out, then you're in it too. So I just like tell them like I don't feel comfortable doing that, and let them know instantly, and then they can go ask somebody else.
And if it's through the phone, you can just not respond, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I see like what some of my friends, they like give people the answers, and when they get it wrong, they like look at them like very angrily. So they kind of get mad.
Or if, the same two people are getting the exact same ones wrong.
The teacher,
That sometimes.
they're gonna look into it.
Yeah. Now, do you guys ever feel like it's something that an adult needs to be made aware of? Like, does the teacher need to know?
Well, if
There-
it gets out of hand, then yeah. Yeah.
if it gets that out of hand, like every day, it's like multiple people doing it, I definitely think that it might end up like that.
Yeah.
There's also the strategy of like, if people ask you for answers, just give them all the wrong answers. And then when they go into class and they have all the wrong answers, but then you get all the right answers, it's tricked upon.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, definitely I know this goes on, and I think your advice is good. Definitely depends on the situation whether you go to an adult with the information, but I as an adult do not condone or advocate you guys giving people your answers, because that is cheating. Teachers can find out, and then you can get in pretty big trouble for that. So just be honest and do your own work. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. Well, that wraps up UTalk Q&A. Coming up in our next segment, Mrs. DeMolina and our panel of students discuss ways to help our environment and go green. Don't go away. We have much more UTalk ahead.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices.
Like your text-to-emoji ratio.
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Greg, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education.
No one receives a diploma alone.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to UTalk. I'm Megan DeMolina, school counselor at Noble Middle School. We keep hearing all about how important it is to protect our environment and take care of the world around us. As middle school students, you have the opportunity to take a stand, be a leader amongst your peer group, and make a positive impact on our global society. Let's discuss ways you can look after the environment at home, at school, and in the community. Welcome, panelists.
Hi.
It's Earth Day coming up in April, so let's talk about being green. I have my coffee mug this morning, and it just so happens to say it's easy being green.
What does being green mean?
Yeah, what does being green mean? What does that mean when you hear that? Go green and save the planet.
Are you supposed to paint yourself green?
Paint yourself green, maybe. If
Recycle.
you're cheering on a certain sports team.
Recycle.
Recycle.
Yeah,
Maybe.
the 3 R's.
You know,
Don't waste water, food, material, anything. Don't waste anything.
Turtles.
When
Save
I
the
say
sea
sea turtles, when I
turtles.
think of green, I think of trees and turtles, and,
Wait.
right? So,
Turtles aren't.
talking a little bit more specifically about, you know, how easy is it to recycle? How easy is it to take care of our environment, both at home and at school and in the community? What types of things are you doing as middle school students by taking a stand and, you know, trying to address some of the concerns that we keep hearing about?
Well, you can go, Ben.
No, you go. I'm still thinking. Go.
So like sometimes I walk around my neighborhood, I see like a bottle on the just randomly in the road, so I just throw it in the trash.
Yeah, picking up trash and making sure it goes in the right container. I try to do that when we're walking around school, and just random trash will be laying around in the hallway or out in our courtyard area. But I think that a little bit makes a huge difference. Sometimes it's just easy to ignore it and be like, oh, it's not my trash, so I'm not going to worry about that. Has anyone ever participated in like a neighborhood cleanup or a community cleanup? We haven't done really a school one in a while. Maybe that would be something good to do.
When I went to camp last summer, we did this thing called a beach sweep, where we walked down the beach and we pick up a bunch of plastic and stuff.
Right.
I did. There was this one camp. It was like I don't remember what it was, but I did it over the summer a couple of years ago, and we had. So it was like a week-long camp, and then on Friday we did a beach sweep.
Sure. How many of you have been to restaurants lately and realize or recognize that maybe, you know how that you usually get straws automatically with your drinks or water or sodas?
No, you have to ask.
You have to ask now?
No, I've noticed.
Yeah, a
we
little
don't.
bit, isn't it?
I mean, we don't. It used to be like every single time, whether you wanted a straw or not, you got one. But now, I mean, besides maybe like the fast food restaurants where they give you straws anyway, just because the drinks have lids on them. I haven't really seen.
You can still reuse them though.
I mean, yeah, you could still reuse the straws. It's just you don't see as many straws anymore.
Yeah.
Sure. One thing that I've tried to do a little bit differently this year is I keep a set of bamboo utensils in my lunch bag, and instead of bringing plastic every day, I just use the same ones. I wash them, of course, at night, but then it just goes in my lunch bag, and I feel good about like not adding to more, you know, pollution and
Speaking
non-biodegradable particles. But those are like little things I guess we can do. How about your friends? Like, do you see this kind of I don't know, like a movement or just kind of like this opportunity to take better care of the world around us? Or do you feel like middle school students don't really pay attention or notice too much?
I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not really. It's addressed sometimes, but you never see people like really being like thinking like, okay, I'm gonna pack this and this instead of this because this will like won't produce as much waste. It's just like, especially with middle school lunches, like a lot of middle schoolers bring their lunch, so it's just kind of whatever you can get in the afternoon or before school.
And it's not really big anymore. Like a month ago, it was like really huge, but it's kind of dialed down a little bit.
Yeah, like the awareness
yeah.
about, you know, trying to save the planet and
Yeah.
going green and taking care of the
It
environment.
always seems to fluctuate because there will be like some years or like certain times of months where it's like activity spiking, like, oh my gosh, everyone save whatever.
Like a trend kind of.
Yeah,
it'll
like
be
a
a trend.
trend.
Like, it's always that sort of back focus, like the back part of your mind. It's always they try and ingrain it there, and then sometimes it shoots to the front. It's like the hot topic, but most of the time it's just kind of the voice in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Like to do the right thing, but then maybe
To
not
save-
always.
Like don't like completely forbid plastic from literally every part of your life, but like it's not like, oh yeah, who cares, kill the environment.
Sure, less is more. How many of you use like paper towels and things in your home, and do you have a solution for that? Because
Well,
I know that's one
use-
thing we're working on as a family in our house.
I just use like the same towels. Like in my bathroom, I have the towel that like I dry off when I shower, and when I wash my hands, I use the same towel.
Just throw them in the wash
I
every
use
couple
my
days.
clothes when I wash my hands.
Sometimes.
Well, yeah, because I just like, I
just
mean,
have
it's
to
already
wear, like,
dirty.
you just kinda-
It's
you just
already
kinda wipe your
dirty, so
hands.
Just wipe it, and dry
I mean,
and go.
I guess
right?
you're getting it clean.
I mean, like you're gonna have to wash them anyway. Might
yeah,
as well
you're
just
gonna have
dry
to wash it anyway. So why don't you just wipe it?
Did any of you have like a environmental club or a green club or green team in elementary school? I know that at our school they have stay
Yeah.
class members will pick up some recycling. I think they do that weekly at our school, but I don't know if it's necessarily like its own club. Did you have anything like that in elementary school? Or?
We had a club like this, like we had like a garden, and people would like clean the garden and stuff and make sure trash was like not in it and like around the school and stuff.
Right, just kind of like a beautification, making sure everything's picked up and clean, and taking pride, right, in the environment around you.
We did.
So Miss Balcom's class, like a couple of the girls, well, Miss Balcom, she would like go down, and it's funny because every day we would work on the garden. Like we wouldn't work on it every day, but every single day that we did, she wore white pants, and she always got them dirty. It was very funny. But like some girls, like some of my friends, they did it instead of recess. They watered the garden and weeded it, and yeah.
Well, I think that's what Earth Day kind of just reminds us to do, is take care of our schools, our homes, our community, and our world. And, you know, what are some other ideas or options of, you know, what to do or how to promote going green?
Can I backtrack real quick?
Backtrack a little bit, yes. We have.
Lucas, you said you were walking and you found a bottle and you threw it in the trash. You're supposed to throw the bottle in the recycling. Like, if you're gonna pick up litter, don't just put it back in the trash can because it's just gonna go back there. Come on,
Sometimes
Lucas.
it is hard to know what is recycling, what isn't, and I know
we have like a paper. Well, we have a list on
Like a
the
list.
fridge that's like what's acceptable, what's not
Right.
acceptable.
Like I thought pizza boxes were, right?
Well, I mean, you would think because it's cardboard, but it's got
Sure.
the
ink.
or it's just the food residue for
food.
my
Oh, that's true.
recycling group.
Right. So a lot of it's just, you know, educating yourself and trying to figure out, like, you know, what contribution can I make? What impact can I make to have a positive change on the environment in the days to come, in the months to come, years, and lifetime to come. So thanks for sharing your insight. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, panelists. Now don't go away. When we return, we are going to play a fun game called Would You Rather. We'll be right back. Get ready. We can't wait.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat, eat, eat? apples and bananas.
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to You Talk. Let's play a fun game to help get conversations started. This is a great way to get to know others by sharing ideas and talking together. The best part about this game is that it doesn't require a screen. Shocker. I will ask you about 2 options, and then you can share which one you prefer and why. Are you ready? We're going to have Sully go first. And the first one I have for you, Sully, give you a couple seconds to think about it. Would you rather take a 1-week trip to the foreign country of your choice or take a 4-week trip around your own country? Let's see what she thinks.
I would definitely take the 1 week because I've traveled around the country a lot, and I would like to go to like my place that I would want to go.
So it sounds like you want to broaden your experiences and travel and go someplace far away. Where do you have an idea of where that would be? What foreign country you'd love to travel to someday?
I don't know.
Get back to us on that. I know, it's an exciting idea to think about because we're here in the United States, but you can travel outside the country. It's possible. Anything is possible. All right, so that's good to know. Sully, you can pick the next player, and I have a question ready.
Lucas.
Lucas, you're up. Would you rather, Lucas, be the best player on a team that always loses, or be the worst player on a team that always wins?
I would probably rather be the worst player on a team so I can get better by the people who are better.
That's deep. But that's really a great idea and concept that, you've got a team of players around you that, obviously the team's winning and you can learn from that. You can grow. So I wasn't prepared for you to say that, but that's a really fun thing to know about you, that you would definitely choose that option. Very cool. All right, Lucas, you can choose either Ben or we've got Cameron over here.
Ben.
Okay, Ben, your question, number 4. We're skipping around here. I'm picking some questions out. All right. Would you rather be banned from all technology for a year? This is perfect for you. Or here's your other option. Get ready. Not be allowed to eat any desserts or sweets for a year. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Technology.
Okay, so you would rather be banned from technology for a year? You like your desserts, don't you?
If I can have a lot of candy or Girl Scout cookies or ice cream, I'll be happy.
Sugar.
I can always find more books to read.
Ah, I like that idea too. Did you hear what he said? You could always find more books to read. There you go. Okay, so
No, I want to ask you.
Oh, you want to ask me the question? Do you want to read it? Okay,
Yes.
number 6. Oh dear.
Number 6. Miss Demolino, would you rather live in Narnia or attend school at Hogwarts?
That is a really good question. Can I say both? No. I think I would want to live in Narnia.
Narnia?
Yep. I like the fantasy world, and I love that story. So thanks for asking. All right, we're going to go back to Cameron. So Cameron, you get the next question. Would you rather be a famous actress or discover the cure for cancer?
Discover the cure for cancer, because a lot of people die from it, and I don't like it, so I would discover the cure for it.
Awesome. Are you thinking about going into math and science?
No.
Oh no, but of the 2 options, that's the one that you would want to do. That's very cool. Awesome. Okay, we have time for a few more, so let's see if we can go around again. If you want to choose someone for the next question.
I would choose Lucas.
All right, Lucas, your next question is, would you rather not be allowed to eat your 5 favorite foods for an entire year, or be allowed to eat only your 5 favorite foods for an entire year? So without your favorite foods or only your favorite foods?
Expression is now.
That's a hard one. Could that be someone else's question?
It might not be your favorite food if you only choose that after 1 year of only having your
I would
favorites.
rather have different foods.
Yeah?
Not just my 5.
So you'd give up your 5?
Yeah.
It's only 1 year, right? 365 days. You got, yeah. All right, and go ahead and pick the next player, the next person.
Me again. Okay. Then.
Okay, here you go, Ben. Be honest about this one. Here we go. Would you rather have a very strict teacher but learn a lot, or have a really nice teacher but not learn much?
Probably I would honestly say the nice teacher, because like even though we aren't learning much, it doesn't really take much to get through the EOGs, honestly. A lot of it's just like, even if you didn't learn the subject, you can, there's lots of ways to look at it and solve it without knowing the perfect solution.
So kindness, you would choose that?
Well, because like a really strict teacher,
Nice.
if she's really strict and like gets mad at you for talking in class and bounces you, you'd be like learning less because you're missing class, and then you have to make up class, and it just puts you in like a big hole, and that's really hard to get out of.
Sure.
But if it's a nice teacher, the teacher doesn't really care, and even though you're not learning a lot, you're still getting all your work done.
You're there, you're present, everyone's getting along. That's a good perspective, a great perspective. Thank you for sharing.
Sully, question.
Sully is next. Here we go. Okay, would you rather have a friend that was really fun to be with but not very nice, or would you want to have a friend who is kind of boring but also very kind?
I would say very kind, because like I wouldn't want to hang out with someone that's like mean, because like if they're like fun to hang out with out now, but like in the future, are you going to be fun still, or are you going to be like really mean to me? Like I don't want to be like that.
Right, exactly. I wish we had more time to play this game. I'm having so much fun. Well, that wraps up our program this month. I'm Megan Demolina on behalf of my co-host Paige Turner and the entire UTalk panel. Thanks for watching. We hope you'll submit questions to our show and tune in again next month for an all-new episode of UTalk.